And we're back. Thank you for joining us for another Kiki. This time we get to recap Montesong
We
because
sure
it
do.
happened.
It happened. The people did right. We did it right. We got it right.
We're 100% right now with our predictions.
We're starting to understand European music just a little bit more.
Maybe it's Coach, but also maybe Montesong stepped up their game and they know what they're doing now.
Also that. Congratulations first and foremost to Tamara Živković for her amazing win at Montesong and taking Nova Zora to Eurovision Song Contest 2026. I am excited. Mama ate during that performance.
I mean, always room for improvement.
Yes.
But she was fantastic. She was everything we wanted from the performance. I appreciated the staging of it. I think we had a lot of just stand up there and sing from a lot of Montesong. And so it was nice to have some other folks on stage being some backup dancers. So,
and of course, we'll definitely get into it a little bit more with her performance itself. But I think we have a lot of things to talk about and cover with Montesong as a whole, because there was a lot of standout performances and a lot of questionable ones as well.
There were some, head to the side, what are we doing moments happening. So maybe let's just start there. My biggest WTF moment was Dulce Hera. Girl, what are you doing? What is happening?
Was that really a WTF moment for you? Because again,
I mean, I guess it's on brand based on what we know of her.
The track record sticks. Again, if you go back to her Montesong performance in 2024 and you're looking at her performance this year, it's on brand with what she does. So to me, I just watched it as Dulce Hera doing what Dulce Hera do. And so I am just like, yep, here we go. We're on.
It was something.
It's her world, and we're just blessed to be in it for 3 minutes. And so,
I guess. And her interpretive dancer, getting her throat slit, and it was a choice.
But then grabbing the sword and kind of doing it back to her across the waist, and the tattoo on her clavicle area reminding us of her name, so we didn't
in case you weren't sure.
Yes.
Do you think that was? I couldn't. It didn't look real necessarily.
No, I'm pretty sure. I mean, no regrets. Not even a single letter. And I'm also pretty sure it was all temporary, airbrush done.
Yeah,
which again,
that's what I
beautifully done. They were beautiful, very artistic, very on brand for her. So I can't fault her for that. Again, just way out, not my cup of tea.
Right.
And I'm also very much if Dulce Hera comes back again for Montesong 2026, I will expect the same.
I mean, she did get 1 point. She was 10th place from the public. So
yeah. So
somebody out there in the public was like, "This is it. That's the one."
There you go. Let's give our love to her for all of that. Yeah. No surprises. I think it's wonderful that you have your WTF moments for her. I think my WTF moment, it had to have been, again, Stefan with his performance, because we talked about it when Sean was on with us last week, and we were all like, what is this man doing? Again, I think he just went into the studio and he's like, all right, what do you guys need me to do? And then him and his interpretive dancer were doing just that. And then we were blessed with a wonderful interval act from Skodra Electronique with their rendition of Germ, as well as another song that they've recently released. And then they award him 12 points. out of
What
nowhere.
was that?
That's my
That's the WTF moment where you were like, really? That was your favorite?
I was like, okay, that's a choice.
I mean, thankfully, the rest of the jury was like, no,
Yeah.
no,
not at all. Not having it, but
no. I will say overall, the jury votes were a little bit here, there, and everywhere. I mean, we had their Junior Eurovision participant was a jury member. We had Germany, Abor and Tina.
Yep.
We had Electronic Skodrick. We had
Nina Gigi.
Nina, and then some other guy. So we kind of knew who all these people were that were on the jury, and the points were a little bit haphazard, just kind of here, there, and everywhere.
They were, and it sort of let you know who their favorites were, where they were kind of.
Although it did feel like Nina was like, "Hey, I competed with y'all last year, so my top finalists are the people from last year."
So, throwing the points towards y'all. Welcome to the family.
Right.
It was great. I think another sort of what I found comical and haphazard all at the same time as a returning viewer, watching it on YouTube and making the error and decision to sort of watch the live chats as they were happening.
Always a mistake.
Always a mistake. Watching the new viewers going into sheer chaos as trophies are being handed out, and them just thinking that Bariak won because they were being given a trophy. Right, they were the first ones to receive an award. Yeah, they received a trophy, and therefore they won. And so, it
was an artist discovery award.
Yeah,
what I believe the translation was.
And everybody going into sheer utter chaos, saying that the Montesong was pre-recorded and it's rigged. And I'm like, it's good to know that it's not just the US that puts on tinfoil hats and immediately goes into conspiracy theory mode when they see something that they feel is completely rigged or wronged in their eyes. Or they're also fellow U.S. listeners.
Everybody watching was just
who American. They just decide to taint the live chat with their own sense of conspiracy. And I was like, this is wild, and this is why I
can't imagine that was a good idea for anybody to be a part of that live chat.
The live chats. And I also found it funny too, because if you clicked on the live chat, the first thing that pops up from the official Eurovision channel is respect everybody and don't put out weird stuff in the live chat, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, who's monitoring or moderating these chats?
Absolutely no one.
Making sure that they are actually abiding by what you have asked them to do. Clearly no one.
Definitely. Clearly
because there was other stuff going on in that live chat that we are not even gonna touch with a 10-foot pole in today's episode, because it's not worth it, folks. Don't do it.
Suffice it to say, social media has
ruined. Yeah, it's ruined us. It's ruined us all. Nobody's pregnant that we know of that came out of Montesong. If you win Montesong, that does not mean you are pregnant.
Despite what the chat is saying.
Despite what the live chat said at that time. And if you received a trophy, if Nina Gigi won a trophy, that does not mean she's going back to Montesong 2026 as their representative. None of that.
Oh, people.
Take the tinfoil hats off, folks. We're moving on. Take it off.
Take it off.
So those were some of my wild moments.
Those are some WTF moments. Let's maybe in brighter news. I did think that the overall placement order was pretty much what we had talked about. I'm still a little sad that Durga and Domino was in 9th place. The public gave her 7 points, so that's 4th place from the public.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that, but I don't know if it's a combination of good song, wrong country. I just feel like there was this notion that we can't have a song like that in Montenegro. And I'm like, I don't know. It kind of gave a bad taste in my mouth, like from a bias standpoint. Like, you like the song, but you don't like the country that it's in. And I didn't like that.
It was a tough year. I looked again at her performance from last year to this year, and I saw improvements. There's still something that is hindering her to really like break out of her ability to own a stage, because I still saw some nerves throughout that time on stage. And I continued to see stiffness as she's trying to, perform and dance on stage, that just the music and the vocals there, but it doesn't seem to connect with how she's trying to execute and perform on stage. And that's just from my observation. And for that reason, I still see a little bit of a disconnect for her to really kind of, take it to the next level. That is sad, because as an audio version, I jam out to that song. That is going on the like non-qualifying playlist. I will be, dancing to that,
when people talk about songs in national finals and like who was your favorite that didn't qualify, she's going to be one of them. And
Dominoes is going
be talking about her 6 months from now, because I'm going to say Montenegro has some bangers, and you need to go back and watch their national final if you hadn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do think that she could have benefited from some backup dancers. She definitely tried to do this is my stage, I'm going to own it. And we all weren't buying what she was selling in that regard. The song is high energy. Yes. And to what you're saying, like the energy needed to match the energy that she was giving us. And so, yes, I think that you're right. But I just think the song is better than ninth place.
Yeah, no, like I said, there are certain elements that she was missing, and I think if she does decide to come back, maybe third time's a charm, and get a couple of backup dancers, add a little bit more, because again, this is second time she's trying to do this on her own on stage, and it's stiff. There's something there that is just preventing her to like break herself from really owning and commanding that stage. And I want to see her, stop herself from, doing that and, own it, because it was a great song this year. And I hope to see her again down the road.
Yeah. I mean, we saw 6 returners, so
yeah,
it kind of makes me hopeful that, all right, well, next year we'll get another possible 6+ returners.
Yeah. Somebody else that I was shocked did well, and at the same time was kind of like, okay, like, thanks for playing. Like, I was not expecting Luka Radovic to like sing as well as he did compared to how he performed last year. Now his makeup was a choice.
Was it upside down sunglasses?
Upside down bird sunglasses is definitely a choice, having painted on your face. However, his vocals drastically improved compared to last year. And I think I also saw somewhere in the comments from our episode last week that somebody had mentioned, or somebody had posted in one of our comments from our reels, that he may have been sick during Montesong 2024 when he was performing, and that could have been an issue as to why he wasn't, as well as he was. But this year I was actually like, you know what? You sound really good.
Yeah.
Now, stand there and do nothing is exactly what he did while his interpretive dancers were dancing around him.
He got third place from the public. So,
and that's why I was like,
I felt the song was overly repetitive, but
I didn't hate it though.
He did a good job.
I was like, I don't hate this as a live performance. So I can't fault the man for actually bringing me into like Montenegrin culture for that component. So
Right.
kudos to you.
Well, and he got 6th, so
He
it's a good result.
Right in the middle. Kudos to you, my friend. Like,
yeah,
come back. I would love to see you like go for it again.
Well, and it's kind of fun when you can say, "Oh, I remember them from last year," or and just knowing, being able to see their evolution. I know we've talked in the past about artists who like, this is their 9th time at Melodi Festival, and you're like, honey, 9th time, what are we doing with our lives? But I understand now like what that means as a observer of the contest. If they're your favorite, you're happy they're back, even if they don't place.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just continues to give them like notoriety, recognition. It helps, boost some of their like social media presence. You have some of these folks, and I think we'll get into this a little bit. Lana and Doherty, like they have a substantially larger social media following compared to Tamara. So like there's that component as well. All of those things. So
yeah,
that's why folks sometimes also just keep coming back.
Yeah. I was, speaking of Lana and Doherty, I was actually very intrigued to see how this was going to play out, because we know in the song that the male vocal comes in like 2 minutes in, and you're just like, how I wanted to know how that was going to get staged, because I'm like, is he just going to be standing up there on stage like awkwardly for 2 minutes? And so I was pleasantly surprised to see that no, he wasn't on stage, and she did her thing for a bit, and then he came in.
Yeah.
So I did appreciate that staging aspect.
It was a good song. Again, it's one of the ones that's going to go on my like did not qualify playlist. And again, I don't think any of Montenegro's songs last year made it on my playlist, and there are
not at all.
handful here that will be going on the playlist this year, and this is one of them. But the live performance was good and confusing all at the same time. I did not understand the awkward chicken dancing that was going on, because for viewers that are watching on YouTube, like what was going on with like the chicken wings that were happening, like temperatura, like what is this? Like I don't get it. Like I know you were living for it because you were messaging me while this was happening. And I'm like,
I was here. I enjoyed her performance.
Okay. Again, just wild and good, confusing, all at the same time. Costuming was a choice. A lot of these costumes were a choice. It wasn't just them. I'm not going to single them out. A lot of these costumes were a choice, but that one in particular, I don't know if it was the wisest decision, but
it was very, very skin tight.
Top 3, yes.
To the top, yes. The top 3 were songs that we had discussions with. I mean, my biggest gripe with Rhythm Boy was that T, but yeah, no, the top 3, I think we have zero qualms with how that played out.
Yeah. I'm also going to let our listeners know that I had to educate Doug and let him know that Temperatura also has mention of rhythm as well. So that can't be his reason why he dislikes Rhythm Boy, because she says Rhythm Boy. Like, no, Temperatura also says it. So
they do. Yeah. But again, overall, top 3, great.
Solid.
I have no problems with the top 3. Even if we go into like the top 6, I'm a little bit surprised by the Epoch Small Dirty.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised that was up there, but I still didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it, but I was very surprised. Very surprised.
I'll be honest, I really don't think that there was any song in here that I was like loathe. And like there's no song that I just couldn't stand at all. Now, there were some that weren't my cup of tea. There were some that just not for me. And that's fine. But there was no song that I was like, garbage, trash, throw it out.
Yeah. Beautifully done. Surprised that it broke the top 5. Biggest surprise for me, I think, is that we saw Andrea Demirovic go dead last. Because
I mean, technically tied for last.
Yeah, but like dead last.
Yeah, not a single. I mean, they broke it down. You know, the public vote and the jury vote got then whittled down to Eurovision scoring. So the best you could get was 12 points, and only, so they adjusted the scoring. So what we see as 0 might not necessarily have been no points from anybody. It just means that when they shrunk down the points. So I know that's a little confusing, but I was very surprised. I thought her performance was beautiful.
Yes. She
performed the hell out of that. It was never it was never in my top 5, but after that performance, I appreciated the song more.
Yes. I know you and Sean were kind of like, that's an interesting choice, Stephen. And I was like, it's beautiful. I know it's not going to do well, but...
I mean, the staging is what surprised me, I think, the most. Because I was expecting, like, flowy drapes and curtains with this, like, weird interpretive dancer. That's just what I pictured from Montenegro based on what we saw last year from a lot of the acts.
Yeah.
So then her just being up on stage and singing was a refreshing choice given what I was kind of expecting.
Yeah.
And I don't know if her emotion was real or not, but I definitely felt that emotion coming through.
Yes. So, well, we get it down to the final 2. We have Rhythm Boy and Nova Zora. 2 really great songs, in my opinion. I know you have your feelings about Rhythm Boy because of rhythm.
It's just that's the only part of it. I appreciate the song, the beat, the artistry, the vocals. So it's just that little piece for me.
Yeah. Well, the juries and the public loved it. It was a very strong performance, and the fact that it was the opening act, I had my fears that it would get lost in the crowd and actually go much lower or not even place in the top 5 at all. So the fact that it was able to dominate and still finish that strong and be such a contender that it would, almost win like that, I was shaking just a little bit.
Yeah,
but
she went first.
Yeah.
She went first and still managed to get first place from the public. So to me, that is a testament to her staying power. Like it stayed in the forefront of people's minds. I think voting was open. Was it voting open the entire time?
I think so.
So
we could be wrong.
Yes, I think voting was open the entire time. But either way, people definitely remembered it, loved it, voted for it. So congratulations to her for going first and getting first from the public. That is a song that will continue to live after Montesong. Hopefully. I hope other people will discover it and will find out about it.
Yes. Lara Baltic, Rhythm Boy, it's a bop if you've not heard it. And this could potentially not be the last time we hear from her. Montesong 2026 could be her
I'd like to see her back.
Yeah, let's see what she does down the road and in the future. Let's see what some of these other artists do down the road and in the future. But now let's shift it to our winner, Tamara Živković, if I could get that last name out of my mouth, with Nova Zora. And this is quite the way to ring in Eurovision 2026. Granted, we also have a song out from Albania, but that's not why we're here. We're focusing on Montenegro.
Given the two, I'm going for Nova Zora.
Yes. So this is such a dramatic change up in what we normally see Montenegro bring to the Eurovision Song Contest. I'm hyped, given how dramatic things have been shaken up with ESC 2026 so far. This gives me a little bit of like hype and excitement. If nothing else, it gives me a song that I can like jam out to for the next few months as we like lead into May 2026. I'm really excited to see Tamara elevate this. She's got several months now to clean it up, tighten up the choreography. She's got hopefully a bit of a stronger budget now to really elevate it just a smidge more, and bring it.
We all recognize the quality of the song.
Yes,
we saw the quality. We said, yes, this is the one we are sending to Eurovision. Now you've got 4 months to tighten it up.
Get it together.
Get your shit together and be ready.
Yes.
I don't think the vocals were perfect or spot on. And she's got that. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's potential. We all know that it doesn't always go according to plan, but the quality of the song is there. Use the next 4 months to make sure that when you're on stage, you're going to get it.
Yeah. Like I said, I am just over the moon that we've got some music that's coming out, and this is one of them. I'm really hyped to see how this will change. People are saying that there needs to be a revamp. I don't necessarily think there needs to be much of a revamp here. What are we revamping?
What are we revamping? No. I don't want English.
No, I
don't want English.
I think it's great as is. I think what we just need to do here is clean it up a little bit as far as the staging, the choreography, and really what are we going to be doing on the actual main stage for Eurovision itself when we're in Vienna and when we are in front of thousands of other folks from around the world. That's what we should be putting our focus on at this point, and making sure that we are putting together a solid performance that will actually break the non-qualifying streak that Montenegro has been on for such a long period of time and get them into the grand finals. So
right. Well, and juries are back in semis.
Yes.
So will that help or hurt? I don't know. But I am hopeful that it will help. Obviously, I don't know the other, 33 songs that are being selected. But so far, I know quality song when I hear it. And yes. I know this is my hopeful that it will qualify.
We're not yet at bop or flop for ESC 2026 yet, but I'm pretty sure right now we've got ourselves a bop. So let's keep it on that trend right now. But
and if for me, being that we predicted this to be our winner, obviously we're excited, we're hyped, and we're gonna support it. And if this is the quality of song we're getting from Eurovision 2026, then it's gonna be a good year.
Let's keep it going that way, because we need some more positivity like this to help ensure that the 2026 Eurovision season is a little bit more brighter than how it's started so far.
Yeah. Well, so overall this weekend we had Albania and Montenegro. If this, again, we're kicking things off, but I just appreciate that these countries had their qualifications early to really get us going. And Montenegro, thank you for giving me a quality song contest going into the holidays.
Yes, such a dramatic improvement compared to Montesong 2024. Very appreciative of that. Thank you to the Eurovision Song Contest official official YouTube channel for the ability to live stream. That was so much fun. Even with the live chat.
With the messy live chat.
Even with the messy live chat.
Stephen, you live for a messy chat.
I do. And a huge congratulations to Tamara from Montenegro. We are so excited to see what you bring to the main stage in May, and we're looking forward to supporting you. Parting words or final thoughts, Doug, before we call it a day?
Oh, thank you, Montenegro. That's all I got.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think that'll do it for this week's episode. To our listeners, thank you so much for jumping in. Would love to know what your thoughts are if you had a chance to watch Montesong 2025, or what your thoughts were about the selection for this year. Let us know in the comments below if you're listening on Spotify or if you're catching this on our YouTube channel. You can also let us know what you think if you are following us, or if you happen to catch us on our social media pages. We're available on Instagram and on TikTok at Eurovision Kiki. But I think that'll wrap things up for us, not just for this episode, but for 2025.
Yeah, we'll be back in 2026, and when we are back, it's going to be January. We are hitting the ground running. I know we will be talking about Luxembourg and their song contest that's coming up. Their songs are already out, so if you haven't, go listen to them, and we'll see you in 2026.
Yeah, we'll see you all in 2026 when the Eurovision Kiki podcast will be back and at it. So until then, we'll see you all at our next Kiki.
Bye.
Bye.